Hello everybody, welcome to episode, I think it's 78 of How to Play Like a WoW Pro. Today I'm going to be doing a live commentary in the Object 907. Let me turn this down a bit. The reason I'm doing an episode on this is because I did a poll a month ago asking which tanks people wanted to see. I gave 5 options, none of them were the 907. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, this is the right poll. I'm surprised it only has 8 likes even though it has 15 comments. Doesn't matter. Either way, it didn't have the 907 in it. And yet, this comment right here, I would love to see the 907 since I just got it for myself from the War Gods event, the campaign basically. 5 likes. Every other comment, up max 2 likes. So, it was pretty obvious that people wanted me to play the 907, and I do apologize for not making an episode on the 907 sooner because it would have been a lot more helpful when it just came out. But for all the people who did get the 907 and still want to see it, I decided to make a video on it just to make up for that. So today we're playing the 907. I don't particularly love this tank, but I don't really hate it either. The main problem with this tank for me is just the gun depression, honestly. Its gun depression is like 5 or 5.5. It doesn't really matter. All you need to know is its gun depression is absolutely terrible. And that's the thing that I hate about this tank. A lot of the time you just have to trade with opponents because you can't really go hull down on them because your gun depression sucks. So your real only option is to play on corners and trade with people, which I just don't like that kind of gameplay. But either way, let's go over field mods first. I would usually go over equipment first, but the equipment on this tank is pretty hard to choose. Now I basically always pick module durability, just because first of all this thing gets racked a lot. I mean honestly that's the main reason. This thing gets racked a lot. That should be enough for you to pick this. But I just think this is better usually regardless. Next I pick Improved Sight. Pick this on every single tank which gets this field mod. It's the one on the right. I don't know if my face cam is hiding it. For the 5th one or the 3rd one down, I pick neither. It might be blocked by my face cam, but the one on the right gives concealment, the one on the left gives reverse speed, and they cancel their negative is the opposite, you know what I mean? I pick neither. Now, if you're running a turbo on this tank, then you could probably get away with picking the right one, which gives more concealment. But honestly, in pub matches, the camo isn't super important, especially because you're going to be brawling most of the time anyway, not sniping. But I don't pick reverse speed because the reverse speed on this tank is already pretty solid. 20 reverse speed, I'd say that's just slightly above average. It's good enough. Anything less than 20, I start to worry about getting back into cover in time. So that's what I'm picking for this. I think, honestly, I would probably pick the left one, the minus reverse speed, but it's up to you, really. That one is a tough one. This one, just pick the hit points. This one is obvious. I mean, to me. I know it's not obvious for everyone, but aiming speed is not that important. Your dispersion values, how big your reticle gets while you're moving, is way more important than how slowly your reticle zooms in my opinion. And it's only 3%. That's a third of a GLD, and you get 2% more hit points. And hardening is way better than gun laying drive, so it just makes sense to pick that. For this one, honestly, pick neither or pick the engine power, I think. The view range is only probably helpful if you're going for hardcore mark of excellence, trying to get good view range so you can get spotting, and even then I don't know if it's really worth it. Because this thing doesn't have the greatest view range, I think. Maybe I don't have recon and situational awareness, I should actually check that. I do, I have both of them. And I picked neither and I still only have 451 view range, which is not good. Considering I picked neither. So you either pick neither or right in my opinion, because again this tank is a brawler. It's not really, you can spot in this thing, it's fine, but it's not advisable to make that your primary playstyle. You just need to do damage by trading with people. That's how I play this tank, and I think that's how most people should. Or you're just a shitty sniper sometimes. Sometimes you have no choice but to be a shitty sniper. So in terms of equipment on this tank, I definitely think that, well, I mean, I don't definitely think, I think it's good for one of your loadouts to have hardening V-stab rammer, because this thing trades a lot, and that's why. Now you can play turbo HP rammer, but I really think that I think that will work in like a few maps, but really I think you need the V-stab. I think the V-stab is an essential piece of equipment on this tank, and you can't go without it. So I'd bring that for one loadout. On the other loadout, I think this is one of those tanks that has a lot of different options. I think you could pick, I still think you should pick rammer and V-stab because I think they're pretty much essential. Rammer obviously, and then I think V-stab is too important to pass up. For the last one, you can pick turbo, you could pick aiming unit, you could pick vents. I would say those are the main three. Maybe there's some other options, I don't really know, but that's what I'm picking. I'll probably use this, I don't know, 30-40% of the time. I should probably even, actually I don't know, I might use it 50 to 60% of the time. It's roughly half and half. But let's get into some games. First I need to go to the bathroom though. Oh, and another thing. First of all, sorry this intro's been 6 minutes. Second of all, I'm high as balls on weed, so don't expect this to go great, but we'll see. Alright, see you guys in the battle. So, what are the strengths of the 907? Why do I say it's a good trader, a good brawler? The reason the 907 strengths are its hit points. First of all, for a medium tank, it has very good hit points. It has good speed, above average for a medium tank. But also it has like top 2 or top 3 best DPM in the game for a medium tank. And not only that, it has a like 5-second reload or even less than that if you have vents, which is very easy to permatrack opponents with. That's another reason it's very good at brawling. Best DPM, or not best DPM, very good DPM, good HP, and fuck, what did I just say? God damn it. Under 5-second reload, fires quick, so it can perpetrate people, good DPM and HP. Okay, I got it. I mean, the speed helps as well. So we got Ruinberg. It's a tier 8 matchup. It's a kind of a toss-up whether I use hardening or aiming unit right now. I think what I'm actually going to do is go hardening and push the 5 line because I'm top tier, so I'm not too afraid of dying pushing into that location. My other option, and where I thought that equipment might be 50-50, is to go here and snipe at the field. But since it's a tier 8 game, I'm going to go a little bit more aggressive. Now this position I'm going to is extremely overpowered if you're able to take it. The problem is taking it without going down to a one-shot or straight up dying. Now, it's not going to be a problem this game. I'll get there just absolutely fine, but if it's like a full tier 10 matchup and they have like 3 or 4 mediums or more, it's just not good. You can get bled a shit ton going here, so you have to be very careful. But since I'm top tier, honestly, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can drive totally in the open and it really doesn't matter. I'm going to bait this guy real quick. Oh, there's just Samu sniping me. I'm going to blind him because there's only one place he can be in that bush right there, I think. I'm going to back up to get a better shot on this brass. If you didn't know, on this corner right here, there's a little like rubble pile like that so they can hide behind it. Now, I'm actually going to come over here towards the E50. This is a risky play because the brass can shoot me in the back right now, but I'm pretty sure he's the only tank that's actually there. I don't think there's any other tank next to him, so if I can just dodge his shots when he shoots at me, then I can get out potentially a lot of damage. Let's see. I don't want to get lit quite yet if I have free shots on this Wheezy. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore him and go for the mouse. This guy's not even, he's just trying to angle, which is great for me. Guys, I told you I was high in weed. Do not forget that I told you that. Guys, do not forget what I have told you. Alright, focus up, Dark Ninja. You can hit these shots. It's a fucking stationary mouse. If you can't hit this, you can't call yourself a good player. Oh, what a great adjustment by me. Alright, he's down to 600. There's no way he's going to repeak that. I kind of want to trade versus Type 61, but I have to be careful because he could have players behind him. So I'm going to poke slowly. Wish I had better reaction time right now, but I just don't. Alright. This mouse actually went down to a one-shot as well, which is kind of nice. Oh, he over-peaked me. Didn't expect that. I need to kill him if possible. Okay, he's dead. That's a huge benefit. I lost a lot of HP there, but honestly it's okay because now I'm safe and I can farm. How did he just die so fast? What the fuck? I thought he was full HP. What happened to him? Alright. I mean, there's not really much to explain here. I just need to shoot the tanks. Right here, though, I need to be careful of, first of all, this Kari, but also the Scorpion. I wasn't going to cross and shoot this guy because the Scorpion had an angle on me right there. It was not worth to poke. Especially having lost this much HP. I can't try to bait this guy. This is one of the aspects of the 907's armor, which works pretty well. You can just show this part of your armor, and it's pretty hard for most tanks to pen you. This is why I said you need V-stab, by the way. Shots like that, you just can't hit them without V-stab. You can hit those in like an FE215B, and a 907 it's just not going to happen. Its gun handling is not good enough for you to be dropping V-stab, in my opinion. Unless you really are like in a 3-man platoon of 907s and you're just YOLOing people, then maybe you can drop it, but... Okay, so they only have 5 tanks left. They're all over here. They're all spotted, or were spotted recently. This is all just about trying to get as much damage as I can. They actually have a tank over here, a Barask. He just fired both times. He just got hit a 3rd time, or am I high? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I can take a Barask clip anyway. It's fine. And their T95 is over there, so I should be chilling. Ah, oh, fuck. I could load HE. That's true. Oh wait, that was a Samyo who must have killed him. I didn't actually look at who killed him. I think the Brass killed him, but I think the Samyo's back here. Yeah, he is. I don't really know how that bounced, but to be fair, it's not like I look in Tank Inspector on the best way to pen a fucking Samyo, bro. His turret is all butter. That's all I know. Anyway, I'm fairly happy with that battle. I just missed a few shots because I'm high, but... I think we made the correct decisions. Farming that mouse there might have seemed obvious, but if it wasn't obvious, then now you know. If there's just one Brass shooting at me, it's 100% worth it just to try to farm a mouse. Alright, so I got one blind shot, 4,800 damage, and 400 spotting. Not really a high combined game. I don't even know if that's probably not even good enough to 100% this tank, but, or maybe, is that even good enough to 3 mark it? I don't even know. But either way, I'm happy with it. I just didn't get much spotting, that's fine. I'm gonna turn down the music a bit. Okay. Hopefully I get a game real quick. Aiming unit versus vents. It's honestly a really hard call. I think aiming unit is probably a little bit better, which is why I'm using it, but I don't think it's a big difference at all. I think they're both very valid. Just pick which one you like the most, I guess. If you have only a regular aiming unit or vents, then pick the aiming unit and then use the firepower slot on your second slot to boost the aiming unit, maybe. Unless you want to boost the hardening. It's really up to you. So, we got fucking Poggers matchmaking on Himmelsdorf. I'm going to pick my hardening loadout. The only thing that can really harm me right now, which is something that I think very commonly, especially in non-light tanks, What is a threat to me? Basically just their tier 10s. And the Yag Tiger is only a threat if I YOLO into him, really. The rest are all just juice. I just fucking kill all of them. The thing I'm going to do first, I really don't like going hill on this map unless I see a very good reason to. I think it's better, especially in a tank that can brawl, to just go down the 5 line. Oh my god. He penned me. God damn it. Okay. Maybe I should have anticipated that, but honestly, that was just one of those things where sometimes you just get owned. I can't spot him because he's too far away. This is the problem. Oh shit. I need to hide from that guy, even if I take one from the Yag. Okay, this is not the best start. First of all, this guy's in a window, so I can't push across the courtyard. They have an S-Conk over here, which is the tank that I wanted to see the least. In this window, you have to go to the right to get better angles. I think I'm not going to play mid anymore because they have the 2 tier 10s here out of 4. I can't push up. I have to fight against an S-Conk if I go 8 line. I was planning to push through the courtyard like that. I just can't. So I'm thinking of what I should do right now. I actually think I should go 1-2. Just because I think I can push it. Usually going 1-2 on this map is not a good idea. But first of all, it's going to take me forever to get to the hill. They have an STB up there anyways. And I'm just looking at the 1-2. Basically, all of it is lit. And it looks very pushable. Okay, to be fair, I thought this Progetto was a Progetto 46T, not a 65T. So that makes it a little bit harder. But he's in a terrible position anyways. I might bleed a little bit getting to E1, but I think that's what I have to do. Because once I get here, I can poke to either side and just farm all of them. I have good enough frontal armor that I can kind of rely on bouncing them most of the time. I want to farm this 1-2 TM, but I'm waiting to see if the Progetto will poke. He's not. Now I'm on lit. And we just shoot him for free. Okay, he's backing up. That's very good. I'd like to track him, which I do. I went for that, by the way. Wasn't that a crazy shot? Yeah. I know you thought that was crazy. Okay, that guy repaired. But I actually have shots on the outside of the hill right now on the STB. This is where vents would be very helpful, or I mean aiming unit. But, I mean, I thought I was going to go down the mid in the beginning of this game, so it is what it is. It's not a huge deal if you don't have a certain piece of equipment. It's just not ideal, that's all. And I think I'd rather have hardening anyways, because it might come in handy in the near future. I mean, you never know. Okay, I hit that shot because it disappeared. This guy's lit again. This isn't really how you usually want to play this tank. But, I mean, if there's free damage, you just take it. That's just the way it is. If you have to snipe in a 907, that is what it is. It's not as bad as sniping in like a 60 TP, so there's that. It's not like its gun is absolutely horrible at range, it's just not really ideal because its fully aimed accuracy is not fantastic. Nor its alpha, which alpha is usually more helpful at range, I think. I can just trade with these guys, it's really no big deal. They can barely even pen me. I'd like to preferentially shoot the light tank because I know I'm going to kill this guy within 3 shots anyways. And if I can get a shot on their light tank, that's damage that I might not get versus damage that I'm absolutely going to get. So that's the rationale behind trying to focus the light tank. But he didn't really give me an easy shot, so I just focused on the 1-2 TM instead. This guy could technically turn and shoot me, but I don't really care. If you look at the score right now, we're just clapping their cheeks. This Yag is not worth going for. I need to go behind them right now. This Yag has 360 HP, which is basically just 1 and a little bit shots for me, so. This guy had the right idea, he just did not execute it well. So, Basically, I just needed to go trade my HP right now. It doesn't matter if I would go 1 versus 5 against the enemy team. As long as they came at me 1 by 1 right now, that was a crazy shot. That's a shot that I only hit when I'm high. Um, even if I went like 1 versus 5 against... Wait, how did that just bounce? Even if I went 1 versus 5 right then, I would still probably win because this thing's just so good at trading health. So at the end of the game, this tank can get a lot of damage if you're winning or whatever. I should have shot this other guy to be honest, but it's fine. At the end of the game, you can farm a lot of damage just because you're so good at trading. Oh, I have heat loaded. Maybe that's how I bounced earlier. So we did 5,200 damage, 800 spotting. Maybe I could have played more aggressive, but honestly, I'm completely satisfied with how I played that, my decision making. By the way, reminder, run these things. If you have 500 of them, use them now, because after the crew update, you're gonna be fucked. That's the reality of the situation. You need to boost your crews right now because the crews are going to be essential. I'm making this video right after the 50B session, by the way. Well, soon after. Hopefully we get a game real quick. I'm not going to edit this out. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck enough. I just want to get out the content. If you want to skip the queue times, just press the forward button 3 times. That's how hard it is. Okay, I'm getting blessed by the gods of RNG. This is beautiful matchmaking. Immediately I'm looking at the top of the list, because this isn't a full tier 10 game. I'm looking at the top of the list and going downwards, and what I'm looking at is what can counter me this game, what tanks are going to be a problem, and which ones are juicy and I can farm. Well, since it's a tier 9 game, everything down here is literally just free farm. This guy's even free farm as long as I can spot him. I'm going to bring my aiming unit loadout because I think I'm going to do a lot of sniping up at the hill and on the 1-2 line. Don't really think the hardening is worth it at all. The only thing that can really fuck me is honestly not a single one of their tanks. Nothing can. But I don't have gun depression, so I can't overpeak mid. If I was in an S-conk this game, I would be thinking this is potentially 9k damage. But since I'm in this tank, you know, I should probably get 6.5. But we'll see. You never know in World of Tanks. Sometimes your team might just die 15-2 within the first 3 minutes. That could just happen. On proc, who knows? How did they not take out both buildings? You know what? Whatever. So whenever you come to this position, you want to shoot down the buildings. The STB is in the bowl, which kind of sucks big donkey balls because he's going to permalite me. Regardless, I'm going to play here because there's some bushes, and I'm hoping that he'll just overpeak and get shot by the 1-2 line or something. Alright, he's already taken damage, that's good. Even if he lights me, the only one who can actually probably shoot me is him, so... Now, on this map, you want to shoot up at the hill and at the 1-2 line, but more often than not, you're shooting up at the hill when you're playing this position. Although, if someone spotted at C1, I should probably see if I can hit him. I probably won't be able to, but yeah, he's running. However, I think I can actually poke the mid. The problem is I'm going to get shot from the hill right after, but I think if I just take 1 shot and then leave, it might be worth it. In fact, my armor's so good I can almost go for 2. No, he's in the bowl. I can't. So their STB-1 somehow died. Their Chrysler just died, and now their 113 is deciding to die. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, like, they're just literally throwing away HP. No one spotted. I'm honestly just gonna YOLO this guy. This could be dumb. I could get shot a lot, but I'm just gonna do it because I'm afraid of how quickly they're losing HP. Okay, so I got in without trouble. I don't really want to get hit by this guy, so I'm gonna hide. Now I just need to get unlit, and honestly, I'm thinking that we could push the 1-2 line. It's gonna be pretty difficult, so I'm not going to force it. But if my team manages to spot some people here on the 1-2, could be really good. Looks like that's probably not going to happen. But I'm still going to wait for a second, because no one's getting lit over here, which is another potential place I can farm from. They have a lot of unspotted tanks, so there's probably a lot back here, but I'm not getting spotted from this bush. This is a very common location. Guys, I have an idea. I'm doing this for YouTube. Watch this play. You've never seen someone do this in the history of World of Tanks. This is Clan Wars. I need a spot for them. I'm not getting lit. There's no reason not to. I can just get so much assistance here, bro. Their FE didn't pen me. That's amazing. I'm just gonna sit below them here. He penned me. Fuck you to hell. I'm gonna try to track him so he doesn't ram me. He didn't ram me anyway. I still want to track him just so I can like use him as cover. Oh, that's nice. Now the only way I die right here is if the FV 4005 overpeaks me and one-shots me, which is kind of what I'm worried about. Unfortunately, this guy's head blew off, which really sucks for me actually. I want to use this bush to like stay unlit from them. It's kind of hard though. I think I need to wait for my team to push up. This is very scary because I'm 500 HP. They have a lot of stuff that could potentially kill me. Although looking at their lineup, only the FV can actually one-shot me. Maybe I should sit still because... Nah, there's no reason to sit still. Sometimes when you sit still, like when you're at 400 meters distance or something, it will actually make it so you don't get spotted when you otherwise would have. But here, I'm so close. If there's a bush between me and them, then I won't get lit. If there's not a bush between me and them, I'm gonna get lit regardless of whether I sit still or not, so... I'm gonna make sure that I'm double bushed here. Take that guy out. Okay, this guy dying means that it's a free win for me. This is a free dub. I didn't get as much spotting or damage as I was hoping for, but I think this was a very good play. Alright, there should be, there might not, yeah, there should be someone back here. Actually, this guy was previously lit, wasn't he? I probably should have known better, but... Let's track him, just because, you know, there's literally no reason not to if you have the aim for it. And I didn't get the kill. That's alright. Because I feel fucking great. I helped my team win! Ugh! Oh, shit. I bounced him, that's okay. I don't care too much about taking a hit from him. I'm basically one shot for the most of them anyway. Just hope I don't die. Yeah, I don't. I don't want to quite poke, I just want to go like that. And the reason I did that is just to spot where they are. I'm gonna shoot this guy first because I'm worried about where he's aiming, so I want to look at him. The 704 will be loaded. Oh my god. Hopefully he fires. Okay, he did. What am I doing? What am I doing? This game sucks, man. I could have easily gotten like 3 shots more there at least. Maybe 4. That's okay. I'm happy with my overall decision making, which I think is what these videos are mostly about anyways. It's about making decisions because that's the one thing that you can control most easily. You know, choosing to aim better, is that really a choice all the time? Sometimes you just suck at aiming. It's just the way it is. You just have to try to improve at it, but it's not like decision making where you can actually make progress consciously. At least easily. The reason I was able to YOLO there is because it's a tier 8 game. If this was a tier 10 game, I never would have done that. Secondly, I was spot checking constantly in the bolt, and I was not getting lit. Which means nobody was spotting my approach, which means I can get underneath them before they even have a chance to shoot me. Of course, it's always risky with a 4K5 there, but I think it's worth taking the risk because even if you die, it's probably because the 4K5 one-shot you, which means he's gonna get lit and you're gonna get 1800 assistance even if you die. Hello. It's a new day. My other session went to shit and I just wanted to stop playing, so instead I'm playing today. It's 5:55 a.m. There's only like 700 people online, but I'm gonna play more 907 games. I'm gonna bring my aiming unit loadout. I'm gonna go middle. This map is not great, to be honest, but it's tier 8, and also I'm in a medium tank, thankfully not like a heavy, so it should be okay. I can come up to this position here and get early damage. The reason I'm not bringing my hardening loadout is because I don't think I'm really going to be brawling. I'm mostly going to be sniping and playing in spots where I don't have to trade HP very much. You could bring the hardening one though, because I'm pretty close range to these shots, so it doesn't really need an aiming unit, but I'm just going to stay here. Look for some free shots. You need to watch out for TDs in the back. But my armor is not terrible, so there's a decent chance I'll bounce them. Unfortunately, there's no one who crossed through the open here. I'm going to rotate immediately towards this TVP. My thought right now is if they have no one right here, I might just be able to drive straight up the hill. Especially now that that TVP is dead. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Although I'm not even sure if there's many tanks over here in the north. It's always just a nice idea to take this if they give it to you for free, because it's a very strong position. Even though I only have 5 degrees of gun depression, I can always drop down later. So here what I did, I wanted to pull around this corner all the way before I fired, because if they have any tank destroyers in the back here by these rocks, then if I fired in the open here, I would get lit by them, which I don't want. This 57 heavy is committing, which is really good for me. They're playing aggressive in the north, even though they're not even really at an advantage. I'm just going to come over to this location here and start shooting them in the back if I'm able to. I'm not able to yet, but I'm sure they'll back off soon or something, or go forward, so I just need to be patient. This guy can't clip me is the thing, but I'm trying to get to this hull down here. And he doesn't even know I'm here yet, so that's another thing to note. The reason I'm being kind of cautious is because of the 57 heavy, but the 57 is one shot now, so I'm completely fine. I'm gonna come over here and shoot them in the middle. This game is an absolute steamroll, so I need to get out damage quickly. This guy's in a perfect position for me to farm him though, so that's good at least. But he's already a one shot, he got penned by something. I can't jump on that guy, unfortunately. It's too low. I'm just gonna go push him and trade my health with him, because this game is over. And I need to get out damage. Hopefully I don't take too much from that. I went a little bit too fast off the edge. That's okay though, it doesn't matter. My HP probably won't even be important. I'm gonna get safe from the IS-3A. He's not even paying attention, so it's fine. I want to track him if possible so he can't escape. It's fine if I don't get it, at least I can have a chance to hit a fire. I'm gonna immediately start turning to go for their TDs after this. I'm gonna drive through the open because I have a lot of HP right now, and I just want to spot them. It's just one of those things where you can sometimes just recognize that the game is gonna be over in like 2 seconds, so you need to push in. 3 of them are lit, 1 is unlit. Yeah, this is gonna be a terrible game, but there's not really anything you can do about it. I'm hoping I can get a little bit on these guys, but I really doubt it. Might as well load HE for extra damage. This guy will peek before the other guy does, so I'm gonna aim at him instead. I have enough HP to just take their hits, it doesn't really matter. Gonna ram him for a little extra. He just died anyway. Yeah, this is a terrible game. There's literally nothing you can do about this kind of shit though. It's just the way the game is. Get fucking steamrolled 15-2. I'm gonna go up high here for a better angle on this guy. Don't even have an angle though. Yeah, 3,700 damage, 800 spotting. Nothing you can do. It's just a terrible game. But it's whatever. It's just the way it is. You get shit games like this all the time. It's just the way the game is. I'm probably gonna have to pause because of the low server population, so I'll see you in a second. I'll play one more probably. I was almost thinking about just cutting out that last battle because it was so uneventful and there was so little to learn from it, but I guess I'll just keep it in. So this battle, we got tier 8 again, which is very nice, probably because of the low server population. I'm going to bring my aiming unit loadout again because I don't anticipate brawling, and even if I do brawl, I have good enough armor where I can bounce a lot of them, and I have enough HP to trade with them. I have two plays here. I could go south or I could go into these buildings here. I think I'm gonna go south because it's a tier 8 game. I usually don't go south on this map because the other side I think has a big advantage because they can take this location and that location, and then you're just stuck in this bowl here, and your only other option is to pull back to here. And this spot right here, you're kind of just stuck there and you can't do anything. This spot right here, you're just stuck. I'm gonna load APCR first and run along the edge of the rails in case one of our light tanks spots one of their light tanks YOLOing in, and that's exactly what happened. I'm gonna drive a little bit close and just go for shots. My aim is still not great because it's one of the first games of the day, but also this gun is terrible. Even with the aiming unit, its accuracy is very bad. Well, not very bad, but it's just pretty bad. But at least this guy is sitting still for us, and no one else seems to have a good shot on him, so. I think I'm actually... should I go south? They have a lot spotted on the west. That kind of makes it easier to push the other side, but... like I said, my aim is not the best right now. I'm just focusing on these shots. I'm gonna push underneath their guns because looking at what's lit right now, it's a 140 and the Char who's unlit, and that's the only tanks that are relevant to me. Besides that, I have lots of support over here, and so I can push underneath. But actually, their 121 is out there. I don't know how he got there, so I don't think I can do that yet. I need my team to go push this. I could push underneath, but then I would just be trading with the 121 most likely, and it's just not a good trade. I'll go down to a one shot probably. So I think what I'm going to do instead is come over here, and hopefully one of my teammates will support me and help push this 121. When you push over here, you want to take the red line. I don't actually think I can push it because my team isn't coming with. This is why I hate the south, okay? I hate the south for this very reason. There's nothing you can really do if they take those positions. So I'm just going to be forced to slow play. That should not bounce. This guy's committing upwards. I really just want to push him with my team, but they're all pussies. I mean, he is a tier 10, so it's hard. When you're crossing here, take the red line because there's a little dip here, which makes it harder for people over here to shoot you. I wanna fight this guy, but it's not easy. I need my team to come with. Okay, I'm gonna go and trust my teammates to come support me. It's the only way we win this is if my team helps. I can't see right now if my team is helping me or not. I think they are, but that should not bounce either. What the fuck? Okay, my team is helping, that's great. Want to take out the guns, focus fire. Because the Lanson's gun is actually pretty good, so he is a threat to me still. Now this game is ending, it's 5-1, I'm just gonna push in, I don't really care if I bleed some. Serve is right there. I need to kill this guy quick and then come back up through the middle or something to get good shots. Or I might be able to push through and kill the Sturv after. We'll see what I think is the best idea. This thing has bad gun depression, so that's why I'm going kind of in the low ground here. Because if I went right over the top, then I just wouldn't have the gun depression to hit him easily. He's dead. Already stuns me for 16 seconds, very fun. Now, should I go north or push to the south? I think I'm gonna push like this. I need to cut across because all the damage is in the north. I can load APCR for this SGRV because I can overmatch his armor. You need 90mm to overmatch that thing's hull. The rest of my teammates are gonna continue to push all the way through, which is a mistake by them. Because the only thing back there is a Sturv. It's not even worth committing for him. Sturv looks like he ran. What I want right now is the AT-15, so I'm going underneath them. I think this is the fastest path to get to them while also being in range of the AT-15 and the Sturv if they get lit. So I can get shots on them. For countering this AT-15 location, you want to take this spot here. But since I think I can just kill him because he's a tier 8, I'm just going to drive right at him probably. That's unlucky. This guy looks like he wants to continue peeking, so I'm just gonna take advantage of that. Their Sturv died. We actually lost the city, which is great for me. I need to be careful not to get YOLO by the char, but what I'm gonna do here is play on the outside, because that way this Lanson can cover me. If they decide to YOLO me. I could die here, but I think I'm gonna risk it and just go for the damage early. Got people to cover me, I just need them to help. Okay, my team did help. This guy fired one, which means I can kill him. Just gonna YOLO this guy. Pretty good battle. Was against tier 8, so I can kind of just drive at them. But over here, this fight, definitely take the red line. That's very important if you're trying to cross there. That was a hard fight to win, but I trusted my teammates enough to push there with me because we had an overmatch there. They only had 2 tanks there and 1 tank to cover, and we had like 5 tanks there. So I thought if I just push in and just try to stay safe for a little bit, then my team will come support me, which is what I did. It's a little bit risky, but I think it was the best play. I'll play one more battle, I guess. If it's bad, then I'm gonna cut it out, and this will be the end of the video. So you'll see. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna end the video here. This is our session from today. The other session I deleted because it was just basically I got like Malanovka encounter or something, and I got double tracked by Artie. And then I died because 5 tanks overpeaked me while I was double tracked because of the RD. It was just god awful. We lost like 15-2. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Not sure what the next tank will be that I cover. We'll see. I guess you'll see. I don't know. Okay, goodbye.